Hello, hello, hello everybody. I have been thirsting to come back to this game. And turns out I had the perfect excuse to, as there was still more content to be done. This is Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected, the special bit of content they included for the Switch version of this game. It's gonna be good to come back to these characters, man, because I miss them. I miss these characters. This was such a good game. Anyways, everybody, let's jump in and see what the characters have been up to since we've taken down a god named Zanza.
That symbol. Today, we use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny! All that I am is fading. The memory of a god's existence, born from the chaos of creation. It is vanishing.
What were you looking at? The sea?
I wasn't looking at anything in particular. If anything, Fiora, I was thinking. Thinking about the future that awaits us all.
There it is.
Melia, we're in sight of Alchemar.
All right, I'm on my way.
Phew. Guess we're still in one piece.
Quite. What in the world was that?
It happened so quickly that I didn't get a good look myself. I saw some flickering around the capital. Then suddenly, a black beam.
A black beam? Some new defensive measure, perhaps. The junks. Can it fly?
Some components sustained heavy damage. It won't budge until we can swap them out.
Right.
It's fine. They're not particularly rare parts. They'll have them in Alchemoth.
You make it sound very simple. Remember, we are still very much in the dark here.
Good thing I came prepared. We'll probably be needing this.
Sister Bon, watch out on right! I take care of it. Kino handle left side. Gotcha!
Those voices.
Are those? It's Kino and Nene. What are they doing here?
Shulk, we must help them.
Of course.
Gameplay differences. Some elements of this new adventure are very different from the adventure so far. The most major points will be introduced in the following pages. As you progress through the adventure, instead of chain attacks, you will unlock an all-new system for performing all-out attacks. You'll still require a segment of gauge to revive fallen allies, however. In the new adventure, Shulk has lost his power to see visions. This calls for more caution than before when it comes to your enemy's most powerful attacks. Some allies will battle in ways not present before. The skill tree system has been removed. There are further changes, so keep an eye out for them as you play. Alright, good shit. So let's jump into party. Boop. There we go. My boy. We back, Shulk. We fucking back. Let's fucking rock. Man, it's so nice, man. I forgot how good this game was. It's also nice to see the game just picks right the fuck up, man. There is no hesitating. But I guess if you've already played Xenoblade Chronicles, you don't need a lot of preamble. You know what the fuck you're getting yourself into.
Who next in line to get face full of mild down? Anyone so much as breathe this way, rifle of Kino go blah blah blah.
Kino, Nene, are you hurt?
Let us help too.
Miss Melia, Mr. Shulk. Help very welcome. More is always merrier.
I'm not gonna lie, this new jam, man, this jam is my shit right now, guys. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Let's go. We want Nene in the party because she is going to be our tank. Probably not gonna use Kino. I didn't use Charla much. Don't have much we can do with equipment at the moment, which is fine. Let's begin. Nice. Nice. So good to be back! God, that theme music is fucking awesome. Holy shit.
Big sis, we did it! Job is good one, Kino.
That was amazing, you two. It was like seeing Ryan and Charla fighting together again.
Just so. Fitting. For children of here upon Ricky's household. No injuries, Kino?
Nene, very, very sorry. Kino, not so good with strangers.
Oh, really? Most interesting.
Please do not take personally.
If we stay here, there is a risk of another attack. We should move to a safer location.
Very well. Is this acceptable?
Plenty acceptable.
Right. Let's go. This place looks promising. We can take a break here.
So tell us, what were you two doing out there? Rather, how did you even get here at all?
About that.
Melia, I think these two must have come on the junks.
What? Are you quite sure, Shulk?
When you consider their relative positions, I think it's quite credible.
The capital, on the Bionis shoulder.
So,
Ah. So that is where the junks comes in then. I appreciate it. But even though we won peace with Zanz's defeat, the rebuilding continues. Much remains to be done.
I realize that. And I also know that you've been putting in every effort.
So why then?
If the capital is on the shoulder, there are people there. I thought you'd want to go.
Shulk. That's...
We could be there and back in less than half a day.
Mama? Me. Kino, may be better to explain. Mama, we're just on a little strolly stroll when we suddenly hear voices. Now, Kino. Nene watch Kino with eyes of Rogel. Kino, follow Mr. Shulk from behind and do some sneak peekings. Mama, Sister Pon followed Kino and sneak peek on too. Meh.
So you stowed away like I thought. But what for?
Ooh. Kino always look up to Dadapon. Want to become mighty Heropon too.
I'm certain Ricky would be most proud. But how did that lead to you boarding our vessel?
He see opportunity to help people who in trouble. That way can become friends with people everywhere. Mighty Heropon make friends with every toe step. Or so Dadapon say, at least.
I see. That does explain things.
Many sorries. It's not fault of Sister Pon. He's not scored Nene. Fault is of Kino only. Kino. Sincere sorries. Kino wanted to repay debt. Dadapon and Momapon take Kino in when Kino all alone.
You were alone?
Is truth. One day, out of blue, Dadapon bring Kino home. Said, here is Brotherpon. That day, nobody made comment. Everyone except Kino. Kino were happy they could say. That why they want to become hero pawn and repay debt to family. You're really sorry.
Kino, you do your family honor. Yours is a most noble sentiment. I am utterly certain that Ricky and Oka are proud of you too.
Actually, Melia and I are in a bit of trouble right now. We could use the help.
For really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, if Kino must. You really twist wing. But fine, we'll allow to be sidekicks of Kino. Kino? Wrong word. Supposed to say friends.
So, we'll be heading for the capital to find parts for the junks.
Yes, about that.
Hmm?
It's a bit of a hike, but could we check out that cape?
Explain.
I'm a bit concerned. What you said about defensive measures.
You fear we may come under fire again. Is that it?
Yeah.
It is true. Caution frequently pays off in the long run. The cape it is.
Great. It's settled.
Legend of Hero Volcano! It all starts here! Mehey!
Alright. So now the event theater has been added. So now we can actually view the cutscenes from this side story in the game as well as the main event from Xenoblade Chronicles. So that'll be cool. I kind of have to wonder, they start us at level 60 for God's sakes. I wonder, I know this side story isn't very long. I think it clocks in around 10 to 15 hours. So I'm not expecting anything too outrageous for this playthrough, obviously. I'd be really surprised if it did get even remotely outrageous, but you never really know. You know what I mean? Like, you can never be sure. Where's my friends? Where did you all go? There you go. Alright. Kino, do something. It's all you, sweetheart. Owie! Gotta love the fact that Nene is like, hey, look at me, please. Don't look at the assassin Shulk, the guy who's sitting there doing massive damage to your flank. Shulk is not a tank. That's Ryan's job. Maybe Dun-Dun. Or not Dun-Dun. Dunban. Dunban's a tank. He's the evasion tank. But Ryan is the sit there and take a hit to the chin. And to be fair, he does that very, 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 very well. So our primary goal now is to get to the ridge that we saw earlier. I'm going to try to avoid unnecessary encounters at the moment. You know, coming back to this, man, it always reminds me just how good of a game this looks. When they did, I know I said it before, but when they redid all of the graphics for this game, or at least when they remodeled them a bit, they really did a good job. Because having seen the Wii port, the Wii version of this game, fucking woof. Okay, that game is ugly. That is an ugly, ugly, ugly game. Now, you can say it's all about her personality, but at the end of the day, fucking wolf. That game is not pretty by any measure. That is an ugly, ugly game.
Many bird people here.
Are there really only high-end here living here?
Oh there, strangers.
Oh, hello.
I see. You've had a rough time of it. However, I suggest you steer clear of Alchemoth. Even if you do somehow get there in one piece, don't expect the transporters to be running.
Oh? Why's that?
The thing that shot at you was no defense platform. It was a monster we've taken to calling the Fog King.
The Fog King?
Yeah. Suddenly showed up in Alchemoth a few months back.
From what I gather, you're from the Imperial Guard. Are the swords you carry just for show?
Taking a sword to it is folly. It laughs at our attacks. It's like hacking at smoke. Blows pass clean through it.
Must be Ghost. Ghost not shoot beams, dum-dum.
So that's why you call it the Fog King?
We fought in defense of our home. We were ready to die, and many of us did. But in the end, it won us nothing at all. The Fog King's attacks tore into us hard. Eventually, we gathered the High Entia and anyone else we found, and gave up the capital, so that we might live.
How awful.
My grieving heart belongs there. Our heartland, our capital. Yet I cannot even mourn it.
Maxis,
Huh? Yes?
please, you have to tell us how to get inside.
Shulk, be serious.
Boy, are you hard of hearing?
I heard you.
Then you should know better.
No matter the situation, we have to go. If I fix the junks, we can all leave this place. Then, once we're in Colony 9, we can make plans to retake Alchemoth.
No point.
Why not?
Shulk, do you think we took all that lying down?
Huh?
We're not stupid, you know. We did all we could. It's true. I want to go home. But that's a dream that won't come to pass, and it already cost too many lives.
Maxis.
I understand where you're coming from. Still, I have to be blunt with you. Let it go.
Now what?
Judging from the speech, I can't see us convincing him.
So this mean we're stuck here?
Quite a predicament, Empress Melia.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I humbly beg your pardon. Gelgar, at your Majesty's service. Formerly of the Personal Protection Division of the Alchemoth Guard Regiment.
Is that so? Then the pardon is mine to beg, Sir Gelgar. And please, dispense with the Majesty.
Perish the thought, your Majesty. The recent war has rid us of the wicked purebloods. A new age dawns, and we half-breeds are chosen for its caretakers. With you, Lady Melia, as our shining paragon, I cannot but address you as Majesty.
I have no patience for wheedling. Especially from knaves who spit on their ancestors.
I would never dream of doing such. I merely spoke plain truth, no more.
As you wish. But the Majesty address is burdensome to me.
If you absolutely insist. Until you deign to acquiesce, Lady Melia will have to suffice.
So kind, Sir Gelgar.
Make no mention of it, Lady Melia.
Sir Gelgar, we really need to get to Alchemoth, no matter what.
Ah yes, I have heard your exchange with Maxis. Hindering the Empress's triumph. A narrow-minded fool if ever there was one. To begin the authentication process, one must raise their hand to the transporter. The device is configured in such a way that only some of the High-Entier in this land and the Imperial family may pass. Hence, Lady Melia should not have the slightest issue activating it.
A similar mechanism to the tombs, then?
That's our ticket into Alchemoth.
Yes.
Tasty news! Friend Gelgar is good friend! Kind thanks, Birdmister.
Not at all. I am but a humble servant in Lady Melia's employ. If it not displease my ladyship too grossly, may I offer you my companionship on your journey? I have a modicum of skill with the blade, please rest assured.
I appreciate the offer, but must refuse. We do not lack for strength.
Indeed. A great shame. Should the need arise, I shall remain ready to serve.
Certainly. By the way, Sir Gelgar, this outpost appears to consist of naught but soldiers. Where might all the other refugees reside?
They dwell beyond the Grandel ramparts, which lie below this point.
They live at a remove from you, then?
Yes, because of the Machina who live there.
What do you mean?
Might you have forgotten? When the war broke out, it was the Machina's treachery that lit the fuse. Were it not for them, we needn't have lost our brethren and our home.
You couldn't stand the Machina and thus moved away?
Precisely.
But the war is concluded, Sir Gelgar.
Some simply cannot let go so easily.
Melia, shall we go see for ourselves?
Ah, yes. Very well. Sir Gelgar, we will take our leave of you now.
Do please take care of yourselves. You'll find passage to the capital through the Cragmore Caverns.
Sir Gelgar, thanks for this.
See friend later. Please to be extra careful of self.
The same to you all.
Alright, visiting shops. You can buy weapons and armor in shops to help your journey go smoother. In this chapter of your adventure, you will not find armor among the spoils for defeating monsters, but you may find weapons that differ from what the shops have on offer. There are no lack of people having problems on the Bionis shoulder. Through completing quests, through completing the quests they give you, you shall obtain rewards such as money and equipment in new color variations suitable for use as cosmetics. Now, a little bit of backstory here. I've done this part before, what we just did. So there are quests here which I will do in my off time. As you guys know, I don't show quests in this playthrough or in this game in general, just because they're not very interesting to look at. Anyways.
Hi there.
let's see what we can get our hands on item-wise, shall we? Madcap Stomper. Jesus, that is actually really good. Oh, but we don't have all the money in the world, do we? Shit, we are not. We are not as rich as I led myself. God, everything is going to be an upgrade for us. Everything is just going to be better. Oh, wow, okay. That's going to be something to keep in mind then. Alright, so I will be buying stuff, so I'm going to have to add that to my list of shit to do before I actually continue this playthrough any further. Until then, guys, stay tuned! I am signing out, and I will see you all next time on more Xenoblade Chronicles.